All right, what's going on, guys? Sorry there was no live today, but I'm not feeling that great today. But been doing a lot of thinking, been doing a lot of chart reading and stuff like that, and I wanted to have a bit of a talk. We're gonna have a little bit of a talk, but first I want to look at a couple of things. I want to look at a couple of the charts, and then we're gonna get into a little bit of a talk that I think everybody needs to hear at this point. Okay. First off, look across the crypto bubbles as always. XCN's making a nice little move. XPR Glimmer is feeling violent today. Very nice, very nice. XYO, same thing. We just had our daily close and our weekly close. We closed around 90,300, which is good. It's good. Like I kept saying to you guys, we want to continue to maintain at least $90,000, right? We did good there. We continued. Well, I'll get into the charts in a minute, okay? So altcoins still kind of all over the place down. And listen, guys, here's the thing: there's going to be more downside, most likely, right? But I think there's going to be more upside first, right? There's a lot of speculation going around. You guys who watched Blockchain Buzz yesterday saw me and Crypto Archie have a nice conversation about the direction of the market. We both kind of think that we are going to see the market move up, put in that right shoulder, probably reject off the 50-week moving average, and then come back down towards the 200-week moving average, which will probably be somewhere between 55 and 60K for Bitcoin. Okay. Um, that's big picture. Okay, that's like probably 3 months from now, something like that, right? Followed by a nice tailwind into a green fourth quarter, possibly. Now we talked about this yesterday. Again, we saw a lot of stuff that's happening in like Q2 and beyond that you will take time for the effects of that cause, if that makes sense, right? Cause and effect, right? So for these things to take place, but it's a delayed reaction. It takes a few months afterwards. For example, a new Fed chair coming in, right? Who's going to most likely do a lot of the bidding of the Trump administration. We're talking rate cuts, we're talking money printing. However, even if you started money printing today, it would probably take 4, 6, 8 weeks for the economy and the markets to start to feel that money printing. This is part of what people don't understand. Crypto is a risk on assets, so it usually runs kind of afterwards, similar to the Russell and stuff like that, right? So with this liquidity gets injected into markets, usually it gets into stuff like gold, silver, the S&P 500, and it takes probably 2 or 3 months to work its way into the crypto space. Okay, so there's that factor, right? A little bit of a delayed reaction, right? Same thing with rate cuts. It probably takes 2 or 3 months to feel the effects on the economy of a rate cut. It's not just a rate cut and then the economy immediately feels it, right? These effects have to be trickled in. So with these things happening, right now we're projecting, I think there's like a 93% chance of a rate cut this month, and there's projections of at least 3 rate cuts next year as well, right? But that's probably going to be a little more aggressive, to be honest with you, with the Trump administration. Probably more than three. You'll probably get a full. I mean, well, I guess you could have three rate cuts, but they would be higher than 25 basis points. Then you would only need three, right? Maybe even two if you're doing 50 basis point rate cuts. But I'm getting way ahead of myself, right? The point is that we're probably going to put in that right shoulder, like I've been showing you guys. We'll probably come down to the 200-week moving average. So when we do jump up towards that 50-week moving average, guys, if you're in profits on some of your altcoins, and listen, yes, we got screwed. We all got screwed. We're all emotional. We'll talk about that in a minute, okay? But when we get up to the 50-week moving average, if you are in profits on a select number of your altcoins. Now, this is not financial advice, guys. I'm not your financial advisor, but this is just my thesis. If we, when we do get back up to the 50-week moving average, that's probably going to reject off. That might be the time, like I've said, to be taking profits off the table so that you can reload and get back into the market when we get close to the 200-week moving average, which I don't think will take long at all to get there. I don't think this downturn is going to be as long as people think it's going to be. If you don't have, listen, if it's diminished returns, it's also diminished bear markets as well. You can't say that this time is different and then say this time is the same when it comes to the bear market. It doesn't work that way. If this time's different, it's 100% different. If it's not different, then it's not different, right? You can't speak out of both sides of your mouth. I know there's a lot of content creators out there saying this time is different when it comes to the bull scenario, but then saying this time is the same when it comes to the bear scenario. Doesn't work that way, right? Diminished returns equals diminished downside. That's just cause and effect, right? So in saying that, I don't think that this downside is going to be as bad as people think that it's going to be in the near term. Like I said, a downturn towards the 200 week is only a drop to about $55,000 to $60,000. I know some people are calling for like 20, 30. It's absurd. I don't think we're going to go down quite that far. So I don't think it'll take long either. I really don't think it'll take long. And that being said, guys, that's kind of how I see things playing out. Okay. Now, I'll show you on the chart before we have our little conversation. Okay, little conversation. So this is the Russell. It looks like the Russell's going to double top and reject off the all-time high here and probably come back down as well. So that's no surprise at all. That's where we'll probably see, total 2, total 3 start to come down. But if we go back over to BTC, see, we're probably going to come back in. We're probably going to reject off that 50-week moving average, which is currently at 102,234. We'll probably reject off of there for our rally. If you're in profits on alts, then definitely, again, not your financial advisor, but that's going to be your exit price point. And then likely reject off that, and we'll come down to the 200-week moving average, which will continue to work its way up as long as Bitcoin's price is above it, it pulls it upwards, right? So again, right now it's currently sitting at 56,300. It's probably going to be closer to at least 58 to 60 before Bitcoin gets down to it. So that's probably the range. And it usually comes a little bit lower than the 200 week. So you're probably looking, again, if the 200 weeks at about $60,000, you're probably looking at Bitcoin coming down around 55, between 55 and 60, something along those lines. You probably chop down there for, I don't know, 7 to 10 weeks before working its way back up again, right? So it won't be incredibly long. I do think we'll end up with a Q4 that looks greener than people are anticipating. Again, for a multitude of reasons that you've heard me go over many, many times. New Fed chair, money printing, stimulus, rate cuts, midterms coming up in November. I was actually watching an interesting piece covered by, I believe it was Invest Answers. Not that guy. I can't remember the name of the channel. Anyway, it was just showing how, interestingly enough, midterms, the year of the midterms is a red year, and the year after midterms has generally been a green year. So that could be interesting to follow too, right? So worst case, we're into early 2027, but I'm projecting a green Q4 next year at this point. Now, what we need to talk about, okay? So, guys, listen. I'm going to get rid of this. All right? Now, listen. It's been about, I don't know, 6 to 8 weeks, something along those lines, right? Yes, we all got screwed by this cycle. No content creator out there called what was happening. None. Nobody. Nada. Niente. Nobody did. Okay. So that being said, nobody saw it coming. This was a strange cycle. And people are saying, well, Rob sounds bearish. I'm not bearish. I'm not bullish, guys. I'm just reading the tea leaves. I'm reading the charts. I'm reading the macro, and I'm delivering to you what I'm seeing. It's not a matter of whether I sound bearish or bullish. When I tell you that, it's all about perspective. When I tell you that we're likely going to come up to the 50-week, reject off, and then come back down to the 200-week, for me, that's not bearish scenario. It might be bearish to you. If you're feeling that sounds bearish, yes, it sucks that it's going to take longer for you to make life-changing wealth. You want to retire, and I get all of that. I do, and you have a legitimate, kind of reason to be upset, right? We all do. But at the end of the day, if all it's going to take is time, then really you just want it to happen fast. That's it, right? So we're not talking about whether it's going to happen at all. We're talking about when it's going to happen. And too many people are hyper focused on, I need it right now. I want life-changing wealth right now, right? And you've heard me harp on that 100 times too, right? Those are the people that are probably not going to make it anyway, because what's going to happen, even if you got rich, you're so focused on instant gratification. It's like people who win the lottery. You get rich, you're not ready to be rich. You're not ready to be wealthy. So you blow it all in a year because you're not ready for that, right? So, because at the end of the day, guys, to be honest with you, to be wealthy takes patience too. Once you have the money, once you've made money, you also have to maintain a level of patience, right? Why? Because otherwise you just go buy everything you want all at once and all your money's gone, right? You have to find a way to make your money work for you. And once you've made enough money off of your money, then you may want to go buy a new truck, or you want to pay off your mortgage, or whatever the case might be. But you're not patient, so you just go out and buy everything at once, and then you have now you have all these liabilities, no assets, and no cash. You've just burnt everything, right? Because you weren't patient, right? And I can harp on that until I'm blue in the face. But guys, I know a lot of you guys aren't going to listen to it, right? Everybody says, not me, not me. I know what I'm doing. Well, I warned you guys for the last 3 years that this market was going to test you. It's going to trick you. It's going to manipulate you. It's going to try your patience, and that only 10% were probably going to make it. And you said to me then, yeah, I got what it takes. I'll make it. And here you are, 90% of you upset, right? And not dealing with it, right? And that leads us into really what I wanted to talk about, guys. So, like I said, it's been about, 6 weeks, maybe 2 months now. October, November, red, right? And we've all started to come to terms with, we've lost the 50 week. We're likely coming down to the 200 week, and that's all fun and game. That is what it is, right? It is what it is, and it sucks. I'm in the boat with you guys. I haven't sold anything. I'm in the same boat as all of you guys, right? In saying that, we've had about 2 months of venting, of getting upset, of, blaming people, of arguing and bickering, and just generally being angry and venting, getting it all out, right? Getting all the emotions out. And I've kind of sat back for the most part, and I've watched and I've read and I've listened to everybody, and everybody has a valid reason. No one's, invalidating anybody's reason for being upset or anything like that. Absolutely. I'm upset too. We all are, right? But for me, that time is now past. That time's over, right? Most of us have it out of our system. It's time to lock it in. It's time to start revising the plan. It's time to get a plan in place. It's time to buckle down, right? It's time to get back to work. We've all vented. We've all gotten our frustrations out and stuff like that. Let's get back to work, right? It's time to make a plan here. It's time to start getting ready, because if we do have a green tail end of next year, you need to be ready for it. Don't spend the whole year arguing, making toxic comments, and being pissed off. Get it out of your system now. Make sure it's done. Make sure it's out. And it's time to get back to work, right? Do you want to make life-changing wealth? Because guess what? This market's not going anywhere. And the opportunity for you and everyone like you is still there to make life-changing wealth. It's still sitting there for the taking. It's still just going to take consistency and patience. If we are dealing with a situation where it's, diminished returns, okay, so let's go off that thesis. If it's diminished returns, what do? How do we still make life-changing wealth? Well, that's what we're focused on right now. Let's move forward under the assumption that there is diminished returns. Let's make a plan. Let's make a strategy. Let's get it together, and let's start taking steps to be ready to capitalize on that. Because if we do have, a green tail end of this year, well, that's an opportunity to take money off the table, put it aside, and get in at the bottom. Or if we don't, and we do just have this right shoulder and come back down to the 200 week, well, guess what? You also need to be ready to capitalize when we get to that buy signal position, right? So it's time to lock it in. It's time to focus. We have vented. We've gotten angry. We've gotten out of our system. We're still angry. We're still frustrated, but it's time to focus now, right? It's time to get it back together again, because moves are going to start happening in this market really fast, really soon. We've gone sideways long enough. I do believe we're going to see that leg up, followed by the leg down. You need to be ready. You need to have a plan in place. I have already started devising multiple case scenarios and plans for those case scenarios that I will be releasing over on the Patreon. And we're going to be discussing them. We're going to be breaking them down, and we're going to monitor on a daily basis what's going on to see which scenario is playing out so that we can be ready to capitalize no matter what. We're going to win in this market. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So the venting is done. That phase is done. It's been 2 months of complaining and being upset, which is valid, which is fine. No one's attacking you for it. I'm upset. Everybody's upset. It's time to get back to work. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. If you want to be a part of our plan, if you want to go through these case scenarios with us as a community, guys, and you want to know what you should be doing and how you should be doing it and how to monitor it to see which case scenario is actually playing out and how you need to be able to adjust and adapt and pivot on a daily basis, come on over, join the community, guys. It's 50% off right now. In the Patreon, we do it once a year, and that's it. You get all of our training courses. You get you get to book one-on-one coaching calls. You get all of the above, guys. Access to all of our group chats, everything. All of our live streams and our Patreon exclusive content. It's time to get back to work. Let's go. God bless.